internal and external burns. Individuals with skin coloration classified as 35 plus on the Fitzpatrick scales have been shown to suffer nullified effects from taking the prescribed dosage of SCP-2022 compared to those below 35. Individuals with albinism show the same resistance. Now, SCP-2020 was created by the now defunct Sunset Labs, a pharmaceutical research and development lab owned by the company Redacted Pharmaceutical Headquarters in Redacted, France. Drugs were discovered during a truck raid on the suspected pharmacy, which was abandoned overnight, revealing a hidden basement locked behind a high security door. After the security door was breached and the basement lab inspected, it was revealed the lab was stripped clean of physical and electronic documents and data. It was found to be connected to an underground tunnel network connecting to the Loisier Municipal in Paris, suspected to be the method of escape for the employees. The drugs were confiscated by the DA and turned over to the Foundation. No records have been recovered since. The slogan on the back of the packaging says, "Moodiness, placid skin, looking dull, tendency to depression, obviously urine lack of sunshine. Our range of supplements restores the vitality you need." Sunset Labs offer a wide range of solar radiation, from Bora Bora to the Maldives, I don't know how to say it, Haiti, and the Bahamas. Just ask your pharmacist. Read the instructions carefully. Do not exceed the recommended daily dose. Avoid abusive use. It's intriguing to note that the intensity of symptoms that people experienced based on the time of day is based on the time zone of the aisles each brand is named after. Yep. Let's see what the last one is like. Okay, we'll read one more. SCP-2059, Object Class Euclid. To be contained, SCP-2059 is to be kept within a modified containment area, designed for Class 4 hostile amorphous entities. The unit must comprise a shaft 40 meters deep and 15 meters in diameter, composed of a high-gloss steel plating, which needs to be continually replaced to maintain a fine polish. The opening of the shaft is to be covered with a shockproof plexiglass plate that can be removed remotely, and the containment unit is to be equipped with necessary video and audio surveillance equipment, as well as a speaker system to facilitate communication. The description. SCP-2059 is an autonomous and sentient mass of flesh, bones and organs. The entire mass is seemingly dominated by a large yellow sensory organ that does not correspond to that of any known species. It resembles an eye in composition. SCP-2059 appears capable of rearranging itself at will specimens of various household pets, approximately 300 rodents, and an indeterminable amount of insects. SCP-2059 has a tendency of attempting to fill a space completely if it is confined in one. This is assumed to help it retain cohesiveness. It exhibits highly aggressive behavior towards all humans. Animal life, it will attempt to kill or assimilate any organisms in sight. When in a passive state, it is gathered on the bottom of its containment, with most of its mass pressed against one of the corners. Despite having multiple sets of vital organs, it does not appear to be using most of them. Pets tracer scans have shown that almost 85% of all organs are inactive and unused. There's a further logs of interaction. The first one. On redacted date, a verbal connection was made with an individual within SCP-2059. Here is an audio transcript. Finally, he let me on the surface. The doctor is visibly startled. What? Hello? Is anyone out there? He has seen you in your white robes. The sound of a coffee mug being shattered is heard, and the doctor opens communications to their supervisor. The doctor says, Sir, SCP-2059 is speaking. I can't figure out what it is saying. The human that has matched our services, where is this? He feels cold. The site director, the supervisor says, please remain calm, we will send someone there. And the human on the surface says, where is the sun? might seem obvious, but he comes from a different place with different rules. The doctor asks, where has he come from? And the monk replies, third cycle of unintelligible horn. The doctor asks, how are you saying all the other individuals aren't? The monk replies, I am a learned one of Buddha. It is my duty to show him the error of his ways. He may be but an infant, curious to learn, but he knows so little. He needs guidance, and I am. SCP-2059 rearranges, and the log ends. SCP-2007 Class Kita. It starts with a warning. Reading this file, we have been exposed to countermeat, pathos, Hartman. Should we not get through this SCP within 30 minutes, we need to re-expose ourselves to the countermeat, because otherwise we will get murdered. We should not be exposing ourselves to this countermeat more than 3 times in a 3-hour period. If that makes sense to you, well done. It doesn't to me. Anyways. This SCP needs to be contained by 314 receivers tuned to 31.222 kilohertz to be distributed around the globe for the purpose of receiving transmissions. Software is to continuously decrypt the activity of this SCP. In the case a message was received with parameters of an emergence event of SCP-2007. So if it's about